from Warwick, Rhode Island, it's terrifyingly beautiful. Wow.
That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I had no idea what you were going to say. I watched your lips. I was like, what the hell?
We have a great musical guest tonight. Jewel is here. We've got a great show for you, so stick around.
What are some of her songs?
Jewel? That's just it. Pour the coffee with the egg on top. That's not the words.
No.
I Was Made for You.
You and Me, yeah.
Foolish Games.
Foolish Games. Not some...
You know, These Foolish Games.
Oh, yeah. Not the one from, what's his name? Chris
Isaacs. That's,
Wicked Games.
Wicked Games, yeah. I'll never fall in love.
What happened to Jewel? Then she went country for a while. Wasn't she on some kind of like country, like American Idol type thing for a while?
I think so. Yeah, she did a country stint. I'm guessing she's back to living in a van in Alaska.
Oh, well, good for her.
Remember that's how she started?
In a coffee shop.
With a snaggletooth.
That was just a space issue.
She has a snaggletooth.
She does?
She's got like one that's sideways and sharp. She might have gotten it fixed now.
You think with her money, she'd get that thing ripped out and replaced.
Yeah, well. Polish
Okay.
that, Jewel.
Well, that was our attempt for a new intro. We did 39 episodes of the same bullshit, beginning. So,
well, then we'll just nix it. Next time we'll come up with something different.
I forgot what episode this is because we don't track them anymore.
30-ish, 35, 36.
We have so much to do, Kevin. We haven't done a chill pill in a while or an anxiety-teeny.
Yeah, well, listen, this is our podcast. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah. Oh.
We don't have a boss.
Great. We kind of do the public. The listeners.
Yeah, that's true. We do love you. This is terrifyingly beautiful.
Yeah, right. If you're just joining us for the first time, A, why, and B,
we apologize in advance.
It's a podcast about anxiety and how we kind of deal with it through humor.
Yes. And maybe we should give our little stories again about anxiety for new people who are joining. Like, why are we doing this? Why me? Why you?
Well, I'll speak for myself, obviously. I do it because I had terrible anxiety growing up, and it actually limited my life. Mm-hmm. And I thought, this is stupid. Why am I opting out of what could be possibly life-changing activities and engagement experiences because I'm freaking nervous about something? So I just kind of flipped the switch a little bit and said, you know what? I'm going to use this to my advantage.
And now you're perfect.
And no snaggletooth.
Yeah, bullshit. You're still a nervous wreck, but you're just coping.
Of course I am, but I just drink through it most of the time.
And for me, the same thing. I, as a child, was extremely anxious about everything. Most people actually, like, in authority above me would say to my parents or behind my parents' back, wow, they must put a lot of pressure on this kid because he has a lot of anxiety.
Like
and
Tiger Mom.
They did not.
No.
My parents were very laid back, very easygoing. Like, they never put any pressure on me in school. It was all self-induced.
Didn't you not go poop for like 9 years like that?
I did not. I used to poop once a month.
Once a month, that's what I was.
Why do we have to tell everyone that?
You actually talked about it on the podcast.
Did I?
Yeah, when I had the poop issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how intense it was. And then actually into my, college years, it chilled out a little bit because I lived with people who were very good for me. And then after I was back on my own, the anxiety rose again back in the workplace because I wouldn't accept anything less than perfection, which is unattainable, by the way.
Of course.
And gave myself an ulcer.
That's right. You had the ulcer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm in a much better place now. I still try to cope with my anxiety in certain ways and try to turn it around so that, when I feel myself getting nervous about something, I realize that that's actually a good thing. And it's me recognizing that, like, something is new and exciting and I have to put extra attention to it.
Yeah. And back to the ulcer thing. I mean, there's obviously real physical implications for internalizing anxiety, right? So I've never had an ulcer, but I have IBS, obviously. So it's probably why my face looks so young.
Migraines.
I have like 200-year-old intestines, but yeah.
Migraines, high blood pressure. I mean, panic attacks.
Oh yeah, panic attacks. I've had many of those.
Even obesity. People overeat through anxiety, or the opposite end of the spectrum.
I think also addictive personality disorders.
Oh yeah,
around anxiety, right?
100%.
Using it to kind of feel comfortable, and yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like the caricature, right? Like the anxious person who always like has a cigarette, like shaking and nervous. I hate that persona, but
it's true.
It's true. I've seen it. So that we just took it real. Let's
here we go.
So here's how the podcast works. We talk about something that gave us anxiety or caused us stress throughout the week.
Oh, God.
And then one of us has a big topic that the other one doesn't know.
It's my turn.
It's David's turn. But a little piece of information that we did share. Our third silent co-host, Tootie, is no longer with us.
Oh, Kevin, I'm so sorry. Oh,
yeah, it was very difficult. She had been by my side for 16 years, and she was an amazing companion and dog. I'm not going to get choked up, but she will be very missed. So
we should post some pictures of her on our Instagram.
Yeah, we should. She's
a cutie
cutest dog. And everyone's asking me if I will get another dog, and the answer is not yet.
No, when you're ready, you can't rush that.
Yep.
I mean, when Sophie died, my Jack Russell, oh God, now it's almost 3 years now, over 3 years. I swore I would never get another dog, and we had 2 dogs by the end of the year.
Yeah. It's going to take some time. We My husband and I are booking some vacations to kind of just, decompress and try to get our minds in a good place. And then we will come to that decision as to whether or not another dog fits our life.
Yep, absolutely. And you gave her a wonderful life.
Thank you.
So, you have nothing to regret. She lived a full life. 16 plus years for a Chihuahua is an amazing life. And she was happy and well taken care of. And she had so many people who loved her. Everything, obviously we'll miss her, but she had a wonderful life.
I know. And I try to focus on that. It just was one of the hardest things I've had to do. She's been my longest relationship. I've known her way longer than I've known you.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep. I get it.
Anywho, let's just, we're going to do a 180 flip and switch there and to process that, but we're going to talk about what stressed us out this week, and you're going to go first.
Oh, me? Okay. Oh boy, I had a laundry list of things that stressed me out. I'm going to cough, sorry. Okay, so today, obviously school's still in session.
Yeah.
And I was driving behind a school bus. And it's like, already you find anxious, right? Like, the 10-minute trip's like a half an hour, right? Because
okay. I probably have a different reason, but go ahead.
No. So the bus stops at this crossroads, whatever, and some kids get out, 3 or 4 kids get out. Puts the stop sign back in, starts up again, like literally 4 houses down, it stops again and lets 4 kids out.
I'm assuming 4 fat kids who couldn't walk a block.
Thank you. I was like, what the hell? Are we don't allow kids to walk like 9 houses, 10 houses, a half mile, whatever it is. We had one bus stop growing up. One bus stop. If you missed it, you were fucked.
Yeah, you had to walk to
You had to ask your parents to drive your hitchhike or something. There was no way to catch the other bus stop. I was probably going, West Shore Road here, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe, let's say 3 miles, and the bus stopped about 9 times, 10 times.
Gosh.
I was like, give me a break. It was stressing me out. I was getting more angry and intense behind it.
They used to have people that would get out and make sure the kids weren't behind the tires. They don't do that anymore.
I know. No, a woman jumped out of the bus.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, she jumped out. She looked a little like a crossing guard, little uniform on, little blouse or whatever, or vest, and she had her hand out or her stop sign thing, and to make sure the cars are stopping in that direction and the kids cross the street. And she was checking the tires, but she was out. She was out.
That's good.
Yeah.
I feel like we could have done a whole school bus episode, because this is not my thing. But mine, whenever I'm behind a school bus, I get terrible anxiety when the kids are staring out the windows and staring at me and want to engage with me and make faces and shit. I'm like, I don't want to do that with you. And also this light could be really long. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because kids are little assholes nowadays.
Oh,
they have no respect for adults.
Faces at you. And half the time the kids are out of their seat walking up and down. Why are there no seatbelts on buses? There's not a debate right now.
Yeah. I don't know why. I'm guessing because...
There's no seatbelts on trains either, I guess.
Okay.
Shouldn't
we'll have to Google that.
Yeah. If the train
sure there's a reason.
You want it belted in.
And the same thing, what if a bus goes over a bridge?
Oh my God. Well, maybe it's like user error. Like you wouldn't know how to get out of your seatbelt in the crisis. But they have them on planes and cars, and you figure that out. So
yeah, and listen, if you're a seatbeltologist, please email us.
There's one in the world, probably.
There's got to be one.
God. All right, so that's what stressed me out today.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
So mine is the save feature on when you're writing a document. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but all it needs to happen once, and I guarantee if it's happened to anyone listening once, it's a cause of anxiety. When you're writing an important document or a long document and something happens to your computer and it's lost, I think there are some safeguards now where some computers are able to save it, but I obsessively save documents.
Well, I thought that, like, as an example, if you're using Microsoft Word, that it auto-save like every 30 seconds or a minute or something like that.
So some of the new systems do that.
It would bring up the last saved version of the file.
Yeah, that doesn't always happen.
Oh,
it depends on what crashed. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's happened to me millions of times. You know, you don't save it, and you have all these great...
You haven't even written 1 million documents.
Trust me, I'm very close to 1 million documents. Very busy. It's happened to me many times where it's like, fuck. And then you're like trying to figure out, going into like your browser history, trying to figure out, you know, if you can save it that way or like or your deleted. It's a nightmare.
I know.
I'm sure some way if you are super technically savvy to find the document, but
I bet that seatbeltologist probably knows.
Yeah, probably. Herb and call us.
Yeah. So that I don't know. I know that's a stupid one, but like just computers in general, and I feel like an old man saying this, but it's just like some of the shit it doesn't do. I'm like, it is 2018. Is it 18?
It's 18. Yeah.
Jeez, I almost said 19.
We're halfway there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, can't we just figure this shit out?
No.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
They're going to push as much shit into the market for us to consume. They don't care if it has bugs and flaws and deficiencies. I mean, and we'll consume it, right? So
I asked for an Apple Watch for my birthday. I can't wait to hate that thing.
Oh no, I can't. I have too much technology around me.
I need it for work.
It's stressing me out. It's like I am like literally I'm having an affair with my iPhone. Like I give that more attention than I do Pete, right? So
yeah. HQ Trivia twice a day. Oh, yeah. Shout out Scott Rogowski.
Scott Rogowski.
Oh, can I give another shout out?
Yeah.
Our podcast was just given a shout out on my friend Ann Steele and Kelly Carpenter's podcast.
Oh.
It's hashtag I Love My Wife podcast.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, ladies.
So they're really funny. They are a great couple who they talk about mostly about travel and kids and music, and they have great guests on. It's much better produced than our show.
Well, they probably have some funding behind it.
Yeah, so they said we should be on their show, and I think we should try to have them on ours because Kelly is a travel agent, so we can talk about travel anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
And Anne is a professional singer, so we could talk about like stage fright with her. So
perfect.
Next time they're in town, or we just go to New York and visit them, even better.
We should do that soon.
Yeah. So please check them out. Hashtag I Love My Wife podcast. Don't search for the hashtag Apple and Stitcher and stuff.
Wait a minute. So I understand the relevance of them being on our podcast. What the hell are we going to talk about on their podcast, though?
How much I love my wife?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, they
Poor
have
Jesse.
They have other people on. Like they have comedians, and they had the team from Amazing Race, the two hot guys from Well Strung. My stomach just growled.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have lots of people on there. So they should just have us on as like a preview to when we're on The Amazing Race and win said show.
Yeah, first of all, if anybody's listening who has actually any pull at The Amazing Race, like, come on, like we have to get on there.
Yeah, make that happen. I'll give you $5.
It would be ratings glory. Because Kevin and I would kill each other on live TV.
Yeah. I'm prepared to be the nation's #1 villain for 13 episodes.
What's her name? Amorosa? Or what was her name from the...
Omarosa.
Omarosa, yeah.
I'll be her.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I'll go work in the White House. I will not.
No, not this one anyways.
I will not.
Okay. So, the big topic.
Okay.
You're going to love it.
I am?
Oh, yeah. Should I give you a hint?
Yeah, I want to guess.
Okay. Oh, God. Okay.
I guess we'll edit out this. West. Kanye West?
No.
Westworld?
Yes.
Oh, I told you to watch Westworld.
I know.
You're afraid of Westworld?
No.
You're anxious about robots?
Is it artificial intelligence?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, settle in, folks.
I have so much information to share.
All right, I'm going to let you drive this ship because I have my own feelings on this. But...
Yeah, we'll jump in. I mean, hello. Yeah, no. It's, you know.
No, I'm just going to go ahead. You talk for 45 minutes and I'll just sit quietly.
Oh, perfect.
Your favorite day ever. All right, go ahead. Tell me why you're anxious about AI.
Well, okay.
You're not talking about the Haley Joel Osment movie?
Can I? No, like the broader, like emerging robotics AI, like robots and self-driving cars. And
so AI stands for artificial intelligence.
Yeah, yes. Which comes in many varieties and flavors. I mean, we see it like Westworld as an example. We see like, cloned humans who, can think for themselves and, blah, blah.
Amazon Alexa.
Yep. Most artificial intelligence is like that, where it's an adaptive tool that allows you to perform other functions easier, right? So,
but it learns.
It can. Well, we're not there yet.
Okay, all right.
So we're not there yet.
Lead the ship.
So the reason why I'm freaked out is, I mean, listen. If I can get a car that's going to drive me from point A to point B and I don't have to do anything, I'm all for that, right? So
me too.
I'm not afraid of like what the benefits it brings. I'm more afraid of like how it could be used in a more destructive way.
So are there any movies where it's a good thing? Because I feel like every AI movie, it's like the robots uprise and they realize that humans are actually the worst and they try to kill us. So like iRobot, Ex Machina.
Wasn't there? Yeah, no, there was like, what about WALL-E or Roger and the Robot or Roger and the Robot?
Yeah,
remember that movie?
That's so Roger Rabbit. You're pronouncing it wrong.
This guy actually befriends a robot.
Yes, it's not Roger though.
It's the guy from Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah,
the grandfather.
Frank Langella. Is that his name? Frank.
It's Alan something or
no, it's Frank something.
No,
look it up.
Oh, it's Frank and the Robot.
Is that it?
Yeah, but that's not his name in real life.
That's a good movie.
Alan
he helps
something.
him rob a bank.
Yeah,
it's
so good.
His last name's like that, like Lampanella, something like that.
Well, we'll look at the show. I don't know about that. It's the guy from Little Miss Sunshine, the grandfather.
Yeah,
the guy who died in the way to the. Yeah. So someone's phone's ringing.
Yeah, I know. They can't hear it.
So, So I was doing some research on this too. I mean, again, I've watched Westworld. I saw El Machina.
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
I just said that
so
one.
Good. Yeah, so good. And the thought that artificial intelligence or quote unquote robots could actually get so sophisticated that they actually can then generate additional logic and thoughts, and therefore become superior to humans, and sort of like they control us, right? And so I was reading an article. Is it HubPost or some like blogging site, and this guy was going off on artificial intelligence.
Huffington Post?
No.
Oh.
And it's like HubSpot or something. Anyways, I actually kind of like the way he presented the article. So he said there's a lot of benefits. We know, it'll create efficiencies in process, and it'll provide other benefits around cost savings and productivity and kind of stuff.
Do you agree with that? Because I feel like the more we give, robots are going to take our jobs, right?
I'm going to get to that in a minute.
I sound like Donald Trump.
I have some data about that, which is kind of frightening. But so anyways, this guy, this writer laid out two possible sort of quote unquote doomsday scenarios, because we always think about artificial intelligence. We always think about it you mentioned this in a negative way, like it's going to create a opportunity for the demise of humans, right? So he had two different scenarios that are possible. The first that he describes is the Terminator scenario, which is robots will see humans as a direct threat and they will respond accordingly, like either exterminating us or
I think if you look logically at the human race and what we do to Earth is we take and we don't take care of it, so we look bad, right?
That's the second scenario. So the first is Terminator, which is they see it as a threat and they're going to eliminate
a threat.
us.
Okay.
The second is the divergent scenario, which is where the robot's agenda is diverts from what we built them to do. We want. Yeah. And therefore they go off and start doing their own thing, and as a result they rob humans of the resources we need to sustain ourselves.
Great book about that.
So they don't see us as a threat, but they don't care about our welfare at all.
Right. They just think that we are expendable.
A burden.
Yeah. So the great book about that. It's called Robopocalypse.
Oh.
And it's very over the top and very like action packed, but it's by I think Douglas Wilson, I want to say is his name.
Okay.
But actually Steven Spielberg just took the rights to that, and it's going to be supposedly his next big blockbuster. But it takes place in the near future where everything has an artificial intelligence, everything from toasters to cars to everything. And then one day, one artificial intelligence decides this is it, and then everything turns on humans. Toasters explode and cars crash and the planes crash themselves into populated areas. Like, it's crazy, but it's good.
Well, okay, I love that. So what's interesting about this guy's take on this, so he had the Terminator scenario and the divergent scenario, but he said there's really a third one that is more plausible, which is it's not artificial intelligence that becomes a threat to us. It's our own intelligence or lack thereof, where robots will be in a position and smart enough or intelligent enough to judge our behavior and then make a decision about whether that is harmful or not to the longevity of not only us, but them. And then they will respond accordingly. So they don't see it as a threat. It's more about like, we do it all the time as humans, right? We see like North Korea, we think it's, their behavior is a possible threat to our existence. So we're going to do a course correction.
Going to check it. Yeah.
Check it, right? So robots actually think they're responding in what they feel is the best interest of the world.
So robots are Nazis. They're essentially making the perfect race.
I mean, it's like
robot
so
Nazis. Hey, get that screenplay out there, everybody.
That's actually more terrifying. Where robots are like, hey, you guys are destroying the world, polluting the world. Making up these crazy policies to limit creativity and innovation.
It's a robot judge.
And they respond accordingly, and we're fucked, right? So
these are all good outcomes.
So those are like the conceptual doomsday things that freak me out. Okay. But there's realistic things too that are happening, right? So I was reading an article, and PricewaterhouseCoopers did some research on this, and so they said that artificial intelligence is going to replace 5 million U.S. jobs by 2020.
That's 2 years away.
Yeah. Now, just for comparison.
How many jobs are in the U.S. total?
Hold on, I'll tell you.
Okay.
So, and then...
You're jacked up about this. Your shoulders are high.
The other data from the PricewaterhouseCoopers report was that by 2022, so 4 years from now, 1 in 5 jobs in the U.S. is going to be reliant on artificial intelligence to get the job done.
Who's paying for all of these robots?
Well, I mean, tech companies, right? I mean, so just to give you a comparison, there's only 50,000 jobs in the coal mining industry in the U.S.
And how many jobs again was it?
5 million. Now, think about what happened in 2016 during the election. There is this
that
small
skewed the
percent.
election.
It did.
Yeah.
A small percent of workers, blue collar workers who were in these dying jobs, were freaked out enough because their jobs are so vulnerable because of changing in technology and shifting perspectives around how we consume. They were able to galvanize a movement to elect our current president, right? Imagine what happens when 5 million blue-collar workers are going to be out of a job.
Are you suggesting that we maybe not focus on the wall from Mexico then and work on like a wall in front of like Microsoft?
Yes, exactly. It's mind-boggling though. Like 5 million jobs replaced in the next 2 years.
What kind of jobs are they suggesting?
I'm going to tell you in a minute.
I'm complete. If you say pharmacist,
okay, so that's 5 million jobs.
Yep.
By 2030, so that's only 18 years from now, 12 years from now. What's the math? 12 years from now?
Yeah.
38%.
I'm still not retired at this point.
38% of the jobs in the U.S. will be replaced with robotics.
So I have problems with this because if there are no jobs for people, then people don't make money.
Mm-hmm.
So then
you've watched every single story around dystopian, blah blah blah. It always results with like a collapse of the economy.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm watching season 2 of The Handmaid's Tale. It's exactly what happened. The economy started to collapse and this religious, faction takes over the U.S., right? So it's fucking scary. It's super scary. Oh my God.
So, okay. So you're going to tell me about the jobs, but I'm really hoping that you also have like what we can do to prevent this.
No.
Great.
Kevin, that train is off and running.
So I actually would like to say something. We've forgotten to focus on the beautiful aspect of life, so we're gonna try to talk about that. But I have some things to say too.
Well, jump in.
Because I understand that we're progressing very quickly, but my Amazon Alexa can still not tell when TV says Alexa and when I don't. So I think those projections might be exaggerated because the tech that I have in my home still ain't great.
So Alexa is not what we're talking about. Okay. We're talking about robots that can do a manual job
tell me about the jobs.
More efficient and effective than a human can do.
Like a surgeon?
Think manufacturing, retail. So there are 10 jobs that experts say are highly likely to be replaced in the near future by robots.
Okay. Can I guess?
Sure. And I'll give you the job, and then the likelihood in a percent of it being replaced.
Okay, so probably engineer, I would say, is maybe some sort of building thing. I'm going to guess like a medical profession, maybe surgeon. That would be able to be better. That's pretty much all I got.
So no and no.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I mean, it's not to say they wouldn't be replaced, but these are not, from this analysis, not the ones that are most likely to be replaced.
Okay, you tell me then.
So the first is telemarketers. It's 99% likelihood that they'll be replaced.
Did you see that video recently with the Google secretary?
No.
Okay, so maybe I always say I'm going to post shit and I never do.
Yeah.
So I'll try to post this, but Google just recently released this demo where they had a robotic assistant similar to Alexa. You put in what you want. Like, let's say you wanted to book a haircut appointment on Monday.
Yeah.
So they have an algorithm that it calls your hair salon, and it is a realistic human voice that says, hello. And they say, hi, thanks for calling so-and-so salon. I'm the salon in this. And the robot says, oh, hi, I'd like to book an appointment for a client of mine. And they say, sure, what's their name? Kevin. What time are they looking for? Monday at 3:30? And they say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have anything Monday at 3:30. And then it will check your calendar and say, would Tuesday at 7 work? Yes, I have Tuesday at 7. Great. Can you just confirm that? Yep, you're all confirmed. And then it puts it in your calendar. And when you listen to it, it's like it's a real person talking, and it's able to react and change the way it speaks.
Oh my God, it's freaky.
I'll show it to you when we turn it off. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Ugh. Yeah. So telemarketers, right?
Good. I don't answer them anyway. I almost
98%
said CPA.
Bookkeepers. Okay. Yeah. Yep. So you put the data into an application, and it just takes care of everything for you. This one actually, I believe too, comp and benefit manager.
Okay. I can see that.
It's an administrative task, right?
Yeah.
So, yep.
Have you done that?
96% likelihood of being
You've
replaced.
done this, and I did this actually with my benefit manager. Have you ever seen where it's like, chat with us now, our virtual assistant?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're so stupid, though.
Yeah, man.
It's still not smart enough.
It's not smart enough yet.
Yeah.
So number 4 is receptionists. When you walk into a lobby and somebody greets you. I mean, we saw it in your own virtual reality, right? Is it what's called work?
Yeah.
Somebody greets you and gives you tasks and stuff.
But what is it going to look like? Is it going to look like a person, or is it going to look like a robot?
Have you seen some of the robots being made in Japan and overseas? I mean,
they're
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
They're frightening.
Yeah.
I want it to look like the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt robot. Like a straight up robot.
Yeah, robot. Yeah, like C-3PO or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Couriers. We see it now with Amazon with the drones and stuff, right? So 94% chance of being replaced.
I'm okay with that.
Proofreaders.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. They have an 84% chance of being replaced by a robot.
I mean, I see that it can be found, but I think like the nuances of like artistic speech will be tough for a robot to get.
That's not an editor, a proofreader.
A proofreader. Okay, then that's fine.
Yep. Computer support specialists.
Oh, yeah.
It's like your virtual chat person, right? So it's a robot you're talking to. They go through a database of frequently asked questions and they figure out the problem is, right? So you can totally see that happening. Market research analysts. Makes sense. You mine data robotically and come back and say, this is where you want your store to be located, or this is the market.
These are all very number driven.
Yeah. Ad salespeople. As ads move away from print and go to online, it's all automated, right? So,
but I don't see them taking the artistic direction to know what works for people, or is that what they're suggesting? Like they're saying, well, 80% of people clicked on this red apple. We will include red apples in all of our, really?
It's just when I read ad salesperson, it was more about like just taking in the request for an advertisement, right? So,
okay.
So you go online and say, I want this banner ad to go here and that, this.
So not actually a marketing person.
Nope.
Okay.
And the last one was retail. So we already see it happening in fast food restaurants where you just go up to a machine, you order your food. At the airports now, you go to a bar, and we saw it when we were coming back from where were we going? Where were we? Alaska maybe?
Yeah, it was Alaska.
And we had the little iPads at your table, and you just punch in the food and drink you want, and then somebody comes out and delivers it to you, right?
Yeah, and it was so much more fucking expensive.
Yeah, of course it was. But
I mean, so the Amazon Go stores, that's a great example. You walk in and you don't even see a person.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's frightening.
I don't think that's frightening. I think that's
progress. I mean,
But I mean, obviously, anytime anyone's out of job, like that's frightening.
But think about when like other advancements, when the cotton gin was created, or when like the steam engine was created, or when airplane. I mean, so society has to shift, right? So
what are we gonna do?
We have to figure out like those people who are in those roles. How do we provide them with training and insight in terms of how we can actually transfer their skills to a different career track?
They could polish the robot.
Real respectful, Kevin. Oh my God.
Robot slaves.
How about working on robots? You got to build them. Somebody has to build them.
I mean, somebody
has to program them.
That is a skill. Like that is a.
It's teachable, I'm sure.
Ugh.
I mean, I don't know if you can teach somebody who's behind a register to do that, but maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. So, thanks for bagging groceries for the last 30 years. Now we're going to need you to build robots. So, thanks, Karen. Paula. Hey.
Why is it 2 female names? Why can't it be like Bob or like Frank?
I don't know. I just like those names.
All right. So this guy who did the blog also talked about the safest jobs.
Okay. The safest jobs that robots cannot do. Zookeeper?
Yes. No, it's not.
I'm going to guess a gorilla is not going to take too kindly to a robot.
How do you know?
I don't know.
I mean, wouldn't you rather have a robot going in and feed the lions than having a real person doing it?
I don't know. What kind of other jobs would be safe?
So I'll go through them in a minute, but I was thinking all about people and relationships, right? Which you can't really have with a robot.
Yeah.
So HR manager is one.
Yeah, sure.
Sales managers, it's all about relationships.
Yeah.
Right. So marketing managers, you mentioned the creative side of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So public relations.
So mostly create a lot of creative things.
CEOs, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Well, they won't allow it, first of all.
Right. So event planners. Obviously, you got like a wedding. You have to like understand the bride, have a relationship, the color scheme, blah blah. You need a person for that. Creative writers.
Yep, sure. I said
software developers, obviously.
I disagree with that.
Well, until they become smart enough to develop their own software, right? So, editors. So
okay.
As opposed to proofreaders, and then graphic designers. I thought that's interesting too, because why couldn't an artificial intelligence or a robot do that, right? So
design and art.
I was thinking
art is something that is beautiful, and I don't think robots can learn it.
Yeah.
Podcasters.
How about consultants?
Pharmacists. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I'm sure pharmacists can.
Listen, when I went to school back in the 90s, they said, hey, diversify because you guys are not going to have a job in 10 years. Well, guess what? I mean, it's now here. It's 20 years.
But wouldn't it, I mean, just let's play that out for a minute. So wouldn't a robot be more less likely to make a mistake, though? Counting pills and...
We have algorithms as pharmacists where it will talk about a drug interaction that as humans we know, oh, that's not real, just because of the nuances that are involved with it. So if there was a drug dispensing machine, you would never get your medicine because it would be so overly protective.
Oh, I see.
That would actually be prohibitive to care.
Caution. Yeah, got it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So for example, let's say you said, I'm allergic to Sudafed, the little red pills you take when your nose is stuffy.
Yeah.
So that robot is going to say, David, Robert, allergic to Sudafed, allergic to the active ingredient, allergic to the red dye that's in because it can't say what you're allergic to.
Yeah.
It doesn't know. When I know, you're most likely allergic to the active ingredient because those red dyes are in everything. But if you went to get another pill that had that red coloring in it, it would go, meh, meh, no.
Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Give it to you. That happens all the time.
I'd be allergic to blue.
Yeah. Jesus.
Well, okay. So then the flip, hard left turn, talk about the beautiful sides. I mean,
because robots are awesome.
I'm kind of excited about what's possible, though, right? So, I mean, think about this. Back when we were a kid, the Flintstones, right? And the Jetsons, flying through the air. And I love the possibility of opening up a whole new universe of experiences.
I mean, still one of the number one deaths in America are car crashes, right? So if we can make it where the cars are smart enough to not crash each other.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm all about it. And really, I would love to take a nap on the way to work.
Thank you.
It would be wonderful.
Thank you.
But
thank you.
I don't like that it puts people out of jobs. I'm all about making our lives easier, but not replacing things that humans do.
No, I mean, I would not want to see a world in which we were either incapable or unwilling to have human connections, right, in relationships, and relying too heavily on artificial intelligence to kind of fulfill our lives. That would be terrible.
Wouldn't it be amazing if we developed the robots to think like us, and then they actually acted like us and just ended up being really fucking lazy? Wouldn't that be amazing? And they were just like, "No, I can't work today. I have a cold.
Sorry.
I have a virus."
Yeah, I'm watching like whatever. I'm binge watching Netflix or yeah.
Oh, I wish.
Kevin,
I wish.
I mean, it's crazy what's already happening. I mean, we talk about it as if it's way off in the future. It's happening now.
I know.
I mean, they have robots you can have sex with. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. You can order them on the internet. It's ridiculous.
They're not really robots, though.
They're robots.
They're like machines. They're not robots.
Well, okay, whatever. I mean,
I have 3. So.
But I mean, I will say 3. Yeah.
So let's talk about robots that we like. I love Wall-E. He's the cutest robot.
I know, he's so cute.
Johnny 5 from Short Circuit.
R2D2.
He's really cute. I get a little pissed off that they can understand what he says, though.
What's the one from the new Star Wars with the rolling head?
BB-8.
BB-8's cute.
Mm-hmm. Danger Will Robinson. He is always.
Oh yeah.
He was always just watching out for him. He didn't do a whole lot, but he just said that. Yeah. You watching the new one?
Mm-hmm.
I'm only on episode 4, but it's good.
I mean,
Parker Posey's an asshole in it.
She's fucking driving me crazy, and her hair looks terrible.
I know. She got attacked by a Flowbee, which is kind of a robot.
It's like, what are you doing? But
what other robots do we like? C-3PO. He's
of
cool.
Course,
He's kind of like an anxiety robot.
Do I know a lot of robots?
Bender from Futurama. He smokes cigars and drinks a lot.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't really like him, but David from Prometheus.
I never saw that.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I know.
It's one of the best movies ever made.
So, but then, did you ever see Battlestar Galactica, where the robots make them, and Westworld, right? So they make them look like us, and then they say, "Well, you've been treating us bad, so comeuppance."
Mm-hmm. Well, we're trying to talk positively though about.
Oh, sorry, the robots that we like. I like Dolores from Westworld.
I'm having an allergic reaction right now to something. My eyes is popping up.
Oh, you look like Popeye.
I'm dying.
If only there was an allergy robot.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I really am getting allergic reactions to me. Well, anyways, I actually am I'm cautiously optimistic about what the future may hold around artificial intelligence.
I thought I would be comfortably dead when the robot apocalypse happened, but now I'm concerned because you're saying it's going to happen closer.
Well, certainly we're going to have an awakening globally, but I think it's going to hit the U.S. pretty hard. The number of jobs that get replaced by robots.
It might be awesome if races and creeds and stuff come together against robots rather than against each other like we do right now.
Yeah, but why create another participant in our own fucked up culture?
Maybe we can create good and bad robots and let them fight each other.
Exactly. We can be lazy on the couch.
Optimus Prime, he's a good robot.
He's not really a robot, is he?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's like...
He's robots in disguise. It's right in the name.
Okay, whatever. Okay, got it. Who's his arch enemy? Not Optimus
Megatron.
Prime. Megatron.
Yeah, he could turn into a gun, which is
I'm
stupid.
Totally dying over here, Kevin. From
what happened?
Reaction. I think it's the wine we're drinking.
It's Sauvignon Blanc.
I know, but it's like Pinot Grigio.
Jesus.
Anyways, all right. So that's my topic.
It was good. It was definitely good. I still am more anxious about the Haley Joel Osment AI terrible movie.
I didn't see it.
It was a retelling of Pinocchio.
What?
Yeah. Jesse loves it.
Isn't he in what's the show he's in? The
Sixth Sense. Oh,
no, he's in a TV show. It's like the hotel.
I have no idea.
What's the movie with she gets killed in the shower? The Bates Motel.
That's been over. That's done.
That was him though, wasn't it?
No.
Isn't he the doctor on TV?
That's Freddie
now?
Highmore.
That's
Freddie Highmore.
The doctor on TV right now, the kid doctor,
that's Freddie Highmore. That is not Haley Joel. Haley Joel Osment he looks very different. He's overweight now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy from the Doctor Show is the one from August Rush.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, he's actually way younger than Haley Joel Osment.
Oh. Okay. I didn't know that. Okay. All right. Well.
You know who would have known that? fucking robot.
I need a robot.
Pop culture robot.
Alexa, help me. All right. Well, thank you for your input today, Kevin.
Yeah, no, it was a really good topic.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was my topic. Good choice.
Good choice, me.
All right. Do you want to wrap it up with our like closing line?
Don't forget, life is crazy.
You don't have to be.
See, we're just taking over already.
I can't breathe. Oh my god, you hear I'm dying over here.
Hopefully there's a tracheotomy robot nearby.
Oh my god, my lips are puffing up, my eyes all puffed up.
You look fine. You look
You
normal.
don't see any red in my eye?
No, none at all.
Oh my god, I'm having a stroke then.
Remember how much you just said you were improved in anxiety? You're a fucking liar. You got like an itch and that's it.
I'm dying, oh my god.